No, this is not clickbait. I wish it was. I really do, because it would have been a pretty cool build, all things considered. That being said, yes, Mammy is probably getting rid of the Mustang today. And I'll get into my thoughts on that in a bit, but let me explain her reasoning for it. So this is her 2024 Mustang GT A10. It's on lowering springs. It's got ESR AP6s, Mickey Thompsons in the rear, some Falcons up front. It's got a custom Valvetronic exhaust. It's a quad tip. It's a cool car. I like the car. That being said, she never drives it. She picked it up about 5 or 6 months ago. Damn, looks like a fucking bird made a nest on my head. She picked it up 5 or 6 months ago, and she's put maybe 500 miles on it. I've probably put over 1,000. It's only at 1,800 miles right now, but she's only probably put 500 or 600 miles on it. So she just really never drives it. And her reasoning are two things. One, she works almost every day. So in her mind, she's not gonna daily drive a Mustang when she has her Lexus over there. And I don't really blame her for that either, because gas prices ain't cheap in California. When you're paying $5 a gallon, you want that $5 to get you as far as possible. Also, she says it's just too nice for her to really want to drive around. Like, it's a brand new Mustang GT. It's a little bit low. It's not like slammed or anything like that. But she doesn't want to worry about driveways. She doesn't want to worry about debris on the freeway. She doesn't want to worry about people parking next to her and dinging it. So she's just like, it's kind of stressful to drive in that sense. And I get that too, especially when sometimes she has to work an hour, hour and a half away. I understand that 100%. So her logic is, if I'm gonna pay for a car, I might as well pay for a car that I'm going to drive every day, which I agree. Now you guys might be saying, well, what's gonna happen with her YouTube? What's gonna happen with her posting and stuff? Honestly, I'm not sure. She's never really been a huge fan of trying to like build her YouTube. I kind of like push her to do it, but she just says it's not for her. So if that's the case, that's the case. That's her decision. And also, this should write off any claims that I bought her this car. If I bought her this car, I would not be letting her get rid of it right now. So there's no shot I bought her this car. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. That is not the case at all. I wonder if I can actually wiggle that out just straight from here. I might be able to. If I push the ZR1 forward, I was thinking I was gonna have to back this out. I might be able to just push that forward and just pull right out. That would be legit. But yeah, a lot of people were saying that I bought her the car. I didn't buy her the car. The car is 100% in her name, not my name at all. I didn't put money down for her. She bought the car. So if she wants to get rid of it, I have literally no say in it. But yeah, so she's probably going to just get a normal daily. We're actually looking at a couple different options for her. I'll just say some of them right here. I don't know if she cares if I tell you guys. She's looking at the new Prius. She is a huge fan of the new Prius, especially something to daily drive every day. It seems like a good option. If her and I have to hop in a car and go to Vegas, go to Frisco, go somewhere, 50 plus MPG is kind of nuts, and I think they do look pretty good. It would be a car where theoretically we could probably throw some nice wheels on it, lower it, and it would probably still look pretty good. She's looking at that. She's looking at like the new Accord hybrids and the new Sonata hybrids. The new Sonata hybrid, I'm not gonna lie, I'm digging how they look. Once again, 40 plus MPG would be a great daily driver for her. And essentially that's all we're looking for. We're not looking for anything that's a little bit sport related. Like someone might say, get the Elantra N, get the Type R or something. She is over that. Although those both are probably great cars and would suit what she needs, if she doesn't feel like driving an automatic Mustang GT, then I doubt she's gonna really feel like driving an Elantra N. It's not really gonna excite her by any means. So she just wants to drive something bare bones, basic, daily drive it to work. And she also said, if we ever wanna go out cruising, she could always just take one of my cars. I really don't know which one I would let her drive. Oh, that's a difficult one. Guys, which one would you let your girlfriend drive? The 600 plus horsepower ZR1 or the 900 horsepower plus Mustang? She did have a Mustang, so that one's kind of suitable. Anyways, so today we're gonna go on one last drive in the Mustang. I'll give my final thoughts on it as well. And I mean, we'll just wrap up this little short time that we had with this car. Personally, it's an okay car. It's not anything that really blew me away. The A10, honestly, is kind of a letdown. I was going into it expecting crazy fast shifts, just super responsiveness, and I'm sure it could be tuned for that, but probably one of the biggest reasons why she's getting rid of this car, besides that she wants a daily, you can't do shit with this car. So in the 6 months that we've had it, I mean, we could do wheels and suspension, and that's pretty much it. I mean, we could throw an oil cooler on it, a trans cooler, and take it to the track, but it's really limited. Like, there's not much you could really do to this thing unless you go with a Whipple. And even then, you're going from a 400 horsepower car to an 800 horsepower car, so that's a big jump for somebody that wants a daily. But yeah, we'll hop in the car right now. I'll strap the GoPro on and we'll drive around and I'll give you guys my thoughts on the vehicle and why I think she probably doesn't like it. All right, so we'll get one last cold start. It's probably gonna blow my ears out because we're in here. I opened the valves, so let's see how she sounds. That is fucking loud. I'm closing the valves. It sounds good, but it's fucking loud. So let's see if I could wiggle my way out of this without having to move the ZR1. That would be great. It would suck if I destroy either car right now, but I think I can do it. Fuck, that's gonna be really close. Well, look at that. I wonder how close I was to the Supra. Lazy people prevail. So I'll actually have the valves open for this whole time just so we can hear it a little bit. But oh, look, a Bronco Raptor. Someone got ripped off. That sucks. Anyways, it's a cool car. We know it's a Mustang GT. It's a cool car. I do think that if she got the manual, she might have enjoyed it a little bit more. But I just thought that we were going to be doing a lot more with the vehicle. So the MT82 was just not the right move, but however, it seems like I was wrong. So it doesn't matter anyways. On that note though, I'm okay with her getting rid of it because it means I get to put my Mustang back in the garage, which is cool. And if she gets rid of this and the Lexus, theoretically I have a little bit of room in the front now. So I could maybe get another vehicle. Not right away, but you know, if we could start another project. I do want to finish the Supra, so this wouldn't be anything that happens anytime soon, but you know, RX-7 build, I don't know, maybe. I really like the FCs. You guys have heard me say it. The paddles in this car, the interior in general, it's kind of just mid. I'm not gonna lie. We all were never a fan of the screens when we first got it. It looks so like they didn't even try. Like, oh, here's an iPad. Oh, here's an iPad. Enjoy. I don't like it. And like the display, like you get to pick your own themes or whatever. It's cool that they recently brought back like the Cobra one, but it's all gimmicky. Like, so what, you know? Whatever. You see, like, that's not gonna make me keep the car. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Car does sound good. It's obviously fast. We know that. You know, it's fun, but it's just not like, I see her point of view. She's paying, you know, I forgot what her payment is, 600 plus a month for a car that she never drives. And then her insurance is probably a good 200 bucks as well. So I get her point of view. If this were my car, what would I do with it? That might be an important question. Let's say you're looking into a Mustang and you want to do something with it. There's not much you can do power-wise. I think Steeda came out with some intakes that claim like 30 wheel horsepower or something. And I know like the computer in this vehicle, it will auto adjust as long as it's something that's not too far out of the car's capabilities. It'll adjust and like retune on the go. So like you could throw headers on this car and it'll retune itself pretty much for it. But the car's already loud, and you know, the good thing we didn't, because that would hurt her trade-in value. So if this were my car, what would I do? I would throw an oil cooler on it, I would throw a trans cooler on it, and I would go to the track. Honestly, that seems like the best option. And I offered to do that for her, and she just wasn't interested. She was like, I would rather get a nicer daily that I'm gonna enjoy. So we crunched some numbers yesterday, and you know, if she got, let's say, the new Prius, she'd be saving like 200 bucks a month on the payment and like 100 bucks plus a month on gas. So, you know, it's not like she's fiending for money or anything like that, but I mean, I bet everybody would be happier if they made an extra 300 or 400 bucks a month. So I get her point of view. We'll go ahead. Actually, I'll make a U-turn right here. Crack the windows and let's listen to it a little bit. Oh, oil's up to temp now. I wasn't full throttle. I just wanted to hear it. Sounded good. Does have some nice little pops and shit with this the exhaust setup that we got. Some things I don't like about the car. I don't know. Did I make a video about stuff I didn't like? I think I did. Little things. I don't like the screens. I don't like how the AC buttons are integrated in the screen. It's like they're there permanently, which is fine, but it's just like, I like physical buttons. I like being able to just like twist a dial. I don't like tapping this multiple times to get it to go up or down. I mean, yeah, you could slide your finger, but when you're moving, your finger's going all over, so you can't really like dial it in without resting it. It's, again, nitpicky, but I don't like that. The trans wasn't really that impressive. I think a manual would be way more fun, especially since you're limited on what you can do to these anyways. If you're trying to be as fast as possible, then yeah, get the A10. It makes sense. But if you're trying to, you know, just have fun driving around town, get the manual. Don't get the A10. Probably the biggest regret right here is the A10. Let's go ahead and maybe we'll give her some beans right here. I could maybe do a full throttle right here. Making sure it's clear. It's fast. It's a fast car. I mean, it slammed my head back into the seat right there. That wasn't me like faking it. Like, it genuinely did that. So it's an impressive car. And I think for the price, in a market where there's not many sports cars anymore, I think it does its job. I get her circumstances. I get why she's not happy with it. And based on the fact that the computers are locked, I get why maybe a lot of people are not happy with them. When I posted it up for sale, I got a few of my buddies hitting me up, and they were like, why are you selling it? Why is she selling it? And I was like, she just wasn't impressed. She wasn't like digging it. It's cool. If you're looking to get into a Mustang, it's a great Mustang, but I don't like the displays. She doesn't like the displays. She doesn't like the transmission. And she's not a huge fan of the looks of this generation either. She is very picky when it comes to looks, so I will give her that. Like, this generation has grown on me, but I don't think it should be a whole new generation. I think it's an S650.5, you know? It's the same fucking thing, just with 2 iPads now. Anyways, let's head back and I'll give my final thoughts. We are going to be selling it with the stock wheels, so we'll just have to see how that goes. And if they make a good offer on her Lexus as well, then ska-fucking-daddle. All right, let's get one last good look at her. It's a good-looking car. I do agree. I think it's a good-looking car. It looks pretty meaty from factory. I do like the rear humps over the wheels. That's like probably my favorite area of the vehicle. But like I said, S650.5. So we'll have to see which car she falls in love with, and probably won't really be making videos with that unless we get like a Prius and we're doing some weird shit with it, like stancing it out or something. So we'll have to see what she falls in love with. But anyways, guys, that's it. S650. Probably no more after this. We'll have to see how this day plays out, and if we get a dog shit offer on the car, then we're probably not going to take it. But based on what we've already communicated with this dealership and it being a person that I used to work with, it's a really, really strong offer on the car, and they made a really, really strong offer on the Lexus. And we're not tied to buy anything at their dealership, which is insane. So we'll have to see if that stands when we pull up. Anyways, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video. I'm sorry we couldn't keep the car, but it's her decision. It's her money, and I can't force her to keep something she doesn't want. So comment your thoughts down below. Is she smart? I think in her logic, it makes sense for her situation. And comment now that we might have a little bit more room around here. I mean, if you guys are looking, there's an empty spot right here. Now that we have some more room, what potentially should we get? All potentially. We'll have to see once this little bitch is all put back together. It does look like a Supra again though, so that's very nice. Anyways, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video. Please let me know down below, subscribe, and until next video, peace.